Hello and welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. So today we're going to be having a look at the final version of the Alliance Garrison. Yes, this is the level 3 Alliance Garrison, as facilitated by our good friend Garrison Ford. Yes, they put him in one of the beta servers basically just to accelerate the testing process for the garrisons. Now then, I've built my level 3 garrison and I've put a whole bunch of buildings in it. Currently the highest building level that we can actually get is level 2. You may be able to get some level 3 buildings, but just in terms of the plans that Garrison will give us, well, level 2 is basically as high as things go. So first of all, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a run through the Garrison. Now, one interesting thing is that I'm pretty sure they actually have reduced the amount of plots that you can get. The total amount of plots that you can actually get based off what they originally said in BlizzCon. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure that there are a few less slots now. You can definitely see, though, things are a lot bigger than when I last showed you the level 2 garrison. And even the level 2 garrison itself was rather impressive in my opinion. I know I just ran through the main garrison, don't worry, we will kind of loop back, there soon. I just thought I'd have a look at this guard tower because it's really cool, and there's also quite a nifty view from it. Which is, of course, pretty darn nice. So, here's our mine. It's the mine, it's very mine-ish. There's where you can collect your mine shipments and your work orders and things. I suppose we may as well just have a little run down it. I doubt there's really going to be a terrible deal of stuff here. We get some nice steps, but that really does seem to be the height of it. I think I've actually been down there before, and looking at the map, it's the exact same as it was. Anyway, that's the mine. I just think I'll, get one or two of these little minor things out before I start showing you all of the buildings that are currently in the garrison, because believe me, they're really cool, and they've certainly done a very good job, especially considering that we currently only have access to the level 2 ones. So here's the fishing place, and this nice little sort of serene, I don't want to say lake, it's not a lake, it's not even a river. Is it a river? I suppose, no, it is a river. Yeah, whatever it is, it's pretty cool. So let's get into the darn garrison. Now we're going to start off at the town hall, because obviously the town hall is kind of the central hub of things. In terms of the buildings that I've currently got, well, there's a Mage Tower. I also built a inn and a few other cool things. Honestly, this is really looking just damn nice. And actually, one thing that does work pretty well is the sort of maybe a little bit more dull tone of Shadow Moon Valley, and then the sort of bright lights that are coming off this main building. Anyway, let's go inside. So one thing you'll notice is fidelity-wise, everything's looking quite nice. This definitely feels like a very homely sort of place, which is pretty cool. So here's our mission specialist. Of course, this is where we will be sending our followers off on missions. There's a lovely shoulder for you. I know you always wanted that. And here's Baros Lexon and our architect table. So the buildings that I've got are the Pet Menagerie, which is currently level 1 because I just don't have plans for it. Garrison didn't give me them. There's level 2 stable, level 2 inn. The inn's pretty nice, actually. There's a Mage Tower. And the Mage Tower is really cool. It unlocks a few different things like portals to various Warlords of Draenor zones. We've got the Trading Post, which actually unlocks, I think, rep with 2 factions and a few other things. And then, of course, there's the Salvage Yard, the Tannery, and the Storehouse. These are just kind of more, profession-oriented buildings. There's the Herb Garden, the Mine, and then finally the Fishing Shack that I showed you earlier. So, let's run over and have a look at some of these buildings, because they're pretty cool. So, first of all, let's head to the inn. Yeah, I think the inn is a pretty solid place to start. So here's the inn, and what the inn's going to let you do, as its sort of main feature, is recruit new followers. So first I'll just give you a little bit of a run through. As you can see, it's still your traditional World of Warcraft styled inn, but the graphical fidelity is perhaps just a little bit higher. And you'll also notice that it's full of some of your followers. So that's all pretty cool. There's some beds upstairs, the usual sort of thing. Lots of chicken and things like that lying around the place. Everyone's drinking, having a good time. It's fun. Now then, here's our headhunter. So we can select from maybe a certain trait, a race, just, racial-based abilities and traits and various things like that. So we can really tailor pick the kind of follower that we get. So let's just go for a Plains Runner, Grondslayer, and we'll see if that works. And there you go, we get a choice between a few different followers. One of these appears to be, orange for some reason, / red. But anyway, that's what that does. So, let's keep up with the tour. The next thing I'm going to show you is this, and this is the Mage Tower. this is going to provide a number of very useful portals. This is only the level 2 version. The level 3 one does come with more portals. Right now, this will take you to either Ashran or Talador, so it's pretty handy for getting around the place. And you can, of course, upgrade it again to get more. So in terms of other buildings, I'll just have a little whirl through these professional ones. This is your salvage place, so that's pretty cool. You can get salvage, do a few different things there. We'll head up here to this building. There's a graveyard in there. I don't really think this is anything. It's just like a little building that's sitting here with a stable hand inside it. So, I mean, hey, that's a thing, right? That's a thing. Let's keep it going. This is an empty plot, which I don't think actually appeared on my thing. Regardless, anyway, you can probably put a building there. Here, of course, is the leatherworking station. And here is the bank. Now, of course, this is just not particularly working at the minute. Obviously, that does need work. And you can't even get in... Oh, well, I couldn't get inside it for a second there. Oh, strange. Anyway, I doubt that's going to be the full bank. Let's see, in terms of other things, we've got, say, this, which is your trading post. Now, this had a few different reputation things, because obviously you would be trading with a few of the more friendly factions in Draenor, which is pretty cool. There's our merchant. And overall, it's a nice little building, you know, I like how it's clustered with interesting items and things like that. Overall, feeling great. Here is the Pleasure Bot 8000, which does a variety of interesting tasks, which we shall not discuss in this video. Here's the stable. Here's the stable. Now, this has basically shown a different selection of my pets every time, and this will actually give you multiple benefits, such as being able to tame, or not pets, mounts. This will give you multiple benefits, like being able to tame new mounts. It gives you a 20% mounted speed boost in Draenor, and various little things like that. So this is a pretty cool building to have if you want to get around the place pretty quickly. Oh yeah, by the way, there's the new human male model on Khadgar, so I guess that's a thing. Maybe it's not 100% finished, but that's currently what's in the game now. I'm just trying to think of what else to show you. I guess we could try to swap out one or two of those buildings. Because we do apparently have this amulet which makes things instantly construct, but it wasn't working 100% earlier, so we'll see how that goes. Right, so we could swap out the end with any of these things, but they're a little bit dull. I'll probably do some like giant compilation video of all the buildings at some point. We've already seen the Dwarven Bunker, I showed that to you in a video a while ago. Same goes for the barracks, we've already seen the stables and the Mage Tower, so let's just have a look at the Gnomish Gearworks, and I'll also be able to show you just how you can upgrade new buildings. So, first of all, we're going to destroy the stables. However one would do that, I think you just drag something new on top of it. Yep, we'll hit the replace button. I'm going to use this trinket to finalize the building. And will we be able to upgrade it again? Unfortunately not, we need more resources. You know what, I think I'm just going to go back to Garrison Ford, get some resources, and then make my Gnomish gear, or my Gnomish gearworks. Okay then, so I've just done some upgrading, and we've got 2 new buildings here. I also upgraded my trading post, well, swapped it into a barn. So first of all, here is the Gnomish Gearworks. As you can see, it's got a big old tank in it, and yeah, lots of little gnomes. So, these can basically give us inventions and things that can kind of augment mounts and things like that. So for an example, let's just pick up a sticky grenade. This gives us a sticky grenade launcher, which is pretty cool. I need to, basically, I just need to fully experiment with all of these buildings and find out their full uses and some of the cool stuff that I can do. That will be a future video, but it's going to be one that's kind of, you know, will be long and a bit more research intensive and, you know, all that stuff. So, yeah, maybe that'll come out in a week or two. Now, here's the barn. Unfortunately, there's not a great deal going on with the barn. It's just pretty dull at the minute. So, that's probably still a work in progress. Anyway, that's essentially it. This video is just meant to give you a bit of a visual look at what the new Level 3 Alliance Garrison is going to be like. Personally, I think it's really cool. I love the size of it. It just feels like a giant epic fort. And Blizzard have certainly done a good job. So that's basically it for me. Thank you very much for watching this video. You can check me out on Twitter, on twitch.tv. If you like or dislike this video in accordance with, well, I don't know, whatever the hell you thought about it, and all those various things. And with all that said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.